Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Campbell shares exactly what he did after Aaron Ramsdale save. Kevin Campbell admitted that he actually stood up and applauded Aaron Ramsdale after the remarkable save from Mo Salah's stoppage-time effort during Arsenal's draw with Liverpool. He was speaking to Highbury Squad after the two sides played out one of the games of the season on Sunday. Aaron Ramsdale was certainly Arsenal's hero towards the latter stages of the clash at Anfield. The 24-year-old made two world-class saves to ensure that Mikel Arteta's man took a point from the game. Firstly, he somehow managed to poke Mo Salah's deflected effort round the post just as it appeared destined for the top corner, and he then miraculously blocked Ibrahima Konate's effort when it appeared easier for the centre-back to score. Jurgen Klopp said Ramsdale was exceptional, and Kevin Campbell has admitted that he could not help but applaud the goalkeeper for the amazing save to deny Salah finding the top corner. He said, "But Rambo, outstanding, 10 out of 10 for me. I have got to tell everybody when he saved that I stood up and I clapped. I stood up and I clapped him because that right there could be the save that wins us the league. I am telling you that right now. It's an incredible save and it took a deflection." When Arsenal fans look back over the season, they will be able to pick out a number of moments throughout the campaign where different players have stepped up in a big way. Of course, the forward line has been sensational throughout. Granit Xhaka is having the best season of his Arsenal career, and Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba have quickly established themselves as one of the best centre-back partnerships in the Premier League. Ramsdale has been superb throughout the season, but he seemed to be on another level against Liverpool. You could almost see him go to the extra mile to get his fingertips to Salah's attempt, and he moved across the line so quickly to deny Konate. There is no doubt that his performance will be looked back upon as a massive moment if Arsenal go on and win the Premier League title. Garth Crooks says Mikel Arteta has to stop Granit Xhaka from destroying Arsenal's season. Garth Crooks has warned Mikel Arteta that he needs to stop midfielder Granit Xhaka from destroying Arsenal's season. Crooks was talking about Arsenal's clash with Liverpool in his Team of the Week column. It was a thrilling encounter that ultimately ended in a 2-2 draw, which was probably a fair result. Arsenal raced into a two-goal lead thanks to Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. The Gunners were on top, but one of the main talking points was Granit Xhaka's clash with Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was a needless skirmish from the £30 million midfielder and rallied both Liverpool and the Anfield crowd. The host got a goal back quickly afterwards through Mohamed Salah just before half-time. Liverpool were on top in the second half, and both sides had chances to win the game late on. Crooks has now said that Mikel Arteta has to keep Xhaka under control to avoid their season unraveling. The Swiss international has calmed down this season, but his emotions got the better of him on that occasion. Writing in his Team of the Week column, Crooks said, "The Gunners are extremely close to producing something very special this season, but a word of warning, Granit Xhaka is a loose cannon on a journey littered with explosives, and Arsenal have to do something about him before he destroys their entire season." Xhaka has been an important part of Arsenal's setup this season, playing in a slightly more advanced role. Defensive responsibilities have been passed on to Thomas Partey this campaign, which has benefited both players. Crooks' worries about Xhaka will be shared by some Arsenal fans, although Arteta has regularly praised the 30-year-old. Nigel Reo-Coker says Gabriel Martinelli would turn down Real Madrid and Barcelona to stay at Arsenal. Nigel Reo-Coker has now said that Gabriel Martinelli would turn down any other major club to stay at Arsenal. Speaking on the Football Daily podcast, Reo-Coker was analyzing a huge game in the Premier League yesterday. After watching Manchester City close the gap to 5 points at the top of the league yesterday, all eyes were on Arsenal's reaction. Mikel Arteta's team once again started brightly, with Gabriel Martinelli heavily involved. The 21-year-old Brazilian opened the scoring after poking the ball past Alisson. He then turned to provider as he delivered a pinpoint cross to Gabriel Jesus to put Arsenal 2-0 up. However, Liverpool rallied, and a late Roberto Firmino goal meant the honours were shared. Reo-Coker praised Martinelli's form this season and his commitment to Arsenal. He is enjoying his football at the Emirates and has established himself as a key player in Arsenal's system. Asked about the young Brazilian on Football Daily, Rio-Coker said, I think Martinelli's been absolutely sensational. He's been a diamond find for Arsenal. If every club in the top 1% could find a Martinelli player who wants to play for a club and has no issues with signing a new contract, who is not going to be distracted with maybe going to a Real Madrid or Barcelona and wants to stay at that club and appreciates it, every club will take him. He was sensational, he really was. Martinelli has been going from strength to strength in recent weeks, impressing even his opposition players. Trent Alexander-Arnold praised him yesterday after struggling to deal with him on the wing. Newcastle's Jacob Murphy said he was frightening when he last faced Martinelli. As Reo-Coker said, Martinelli was happy to commit to Arsenal in February, signing a new long-term deal. That's going to be a huge boost to Mikel Arteta, given how much better he could get throughout his career. Tony Adams lauds magnificent Gabriel Jesus. Tony Adams has heaped praise on Arsenal striker Gabriel Jesus for his work rate and labelled him a magnificent player. The Arsenal legend spoke to the Premier League's official website before yesterday's clash against Liverpool and highlighted Jesus' impact on Mikel Arteta's side. Jesus has just returned from a lengthy spell on the sidelines after he picked up an injury at the World Cup last year. The 26-year-old netted a brace against Leeds last weekend and got amongst the goals once again at Anfield, and Tony Adams was full of praise for the Brazilian before the game got underway. Speaking to the Premier League's official website, Adams heaped praise on Jesus for his work rate of the ball. He said, Big players know how to win leagues. You see Gabriel Jesus defending for us. He is a real team player and he is come in with Zinchenko. Just his work rate for me. He is a magnificent player. I am very excited about this team. Arsenal got off to a dream start at Anfield yesterday as they raced into a two-goal lead inside the opening half an hour. Gabriel Martinelli opened the scoring and Jesus himself got their second with a well-taken header. It's a huge boost for the Gunners to have Jesus back for the final stretch of the campaign, and he is proving to be a key man in terms of their title aspirations. Liverpool did get back into the game before the end of the first half, as Mohamed Salah finished off a brilliant move. The Egyptian also had an opportunity to level the game up from the spot at the beginning of the second half. Fortunately for Arsenal, he dragged his effort wide of the post. Klopp's man did manage to find an equalizer through Roberto Firmino late in the second half and put a dent in Arsenal's title hopes though. Folarin Balogun doesn't plan to sign a new contract. Folarin Balogun does not currently plan to sign a new contract at Arsenal and does not want to go out on loan next season. That is according to The Athletic's David Ornstein, who notes that the striker is approaching the final 2 years of his current contract at the Emirates. Folarin Balogun's future is going to be a key talking point in the summer. He has, of course, enjoyed a stunning campaign on loan with Rams, scoring 18 times in League One, but Arsenal are flying, and the form of the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Leandro Trossard means that Balogun has plenty of hurdles to clear before he is leading the line on a consistent basis for Mikel Arteta's man. Arsenal would probably love to have Balogun up their sleeve for when the perfect time arrives to properly unleash the 21-year-old, but the striker may have other ideas. The Athletic reports that Balogun would love to be first choice at Arsenal, but he is seemingly not prepared to wait for too long for that chance. He would prefer to not go out on loan again next season, and he wants to be first choice wherever he is playing. With that, he is not currently planning to extend his contract in North London. He is wanted by a host of European clubs, including Inter Milan, AC Milan, and RB Leipzig, and some of those opportunities appeal to the forward. It's a really tough situation for Arsenal and Balogun. The Gunners have one of the youngest teams in the league, so those trying to knock on Mikel Arteta's door may have to be extremely patient in the years to come. Arsenal have so much depth in the final third, so Arteta would struggle to offer Balogun any assurances over game time next season. It's frustrating that he is not keen on another loan, but he clearly feels that he has more than proved himself while away. Mikel Arteta recently labeled Balogun phenomenal, so Arsenal would love nothing more than to find a way to keep him and all of their other striker options happy. Unfortunately, that may not be possible. Arsenal determined to sign a 28-year-old star with 16 goal contributions this season. Arsenal have been linked with a move for the Lazio midfielder Sergei Milinkovic-Savic at the end of the season. The 28-year-old will enter the final year of his contract in the summer, and Lazio are hoping to tie him down to a new contract. If they fail to convince the player to commit his long-term future to the club, the Italian outfit will be under pressure to cash in on him at the end of the season. They will not want to lose him on a free transfer in 2024. According to a report from Tutto Mercato Web, Arsenal are the most determined club when it comes to signing the Serbian international, and it remains to be seen whether the Gunners can secure his services in the coming months. Arsenal could definitely use someone like him in their midfield, and the Serbian could form a quality partnership with Thomas Partey. The 28-year-old will add a defensive cover, drive and goals to the Arsenal midfield. The Gunners could definitely use a complete midfielder like him on their side, and he could take the North London club to a whole new level. Arsenal are currently leading the Premier League table, and they are pretty much guaranteed to return to the Champions League at the end of the season. Mikel Arteta will need a deeper squad to compete on all fronts next season, and the 28-year-old midfielder would be a superb acquisition. Milinkovic-Savic has 8 goals and 8 assists to his name across all competitions this season, and he has the physicality and technical ability to succeed in the Premier League. The opportunity to play for Arsenal is likely to be an attractive option for the player. It remains to be seen whether the two clubs can agree on a reasonable fee now. Raphinha would now seriously consider joining Arsenal this summer. Barcelona forward Raphinha would now reportedly seriously consider a move to Arsenal this summer. That's according to journalist Pete O'Rourke via Give Me Sport, who gives an update on the Brazilian's future. Arsenal's attention will already be turning to the summer transfer market behind the scenes. Gunners fans will only care about the next 8 Premier League matches right now, with the title hanging in the balance. However, Mikel Arteta will already be in discussions with Edu Gasper about next season's squad. With the Champions League football set to return to the Emirates, the overall quality of the squad will need to improve. There will also be some outgoings too, and that could free up the cash needed to bring in the required reinforcement. Returning to Europe's premier competition will make a move to the Emirates a much more attractive prospect. Raphinha may now consider a move to Arsenal after rejecting them for Barcelona 12 months ago. The Spanish club's dire financial situation could make some of their stars available again this summer. Writing on Give Me Sport, O'Rourke said, "I am sure Raphinha, if he was to leave Barcelona, Arsenal would maybe be one of the clubs that he would seriously consider, considering the project that is going on right now at the Emirates Stadium. Obviously, it looks like Champions League football is going to be on offer at Arsenal, and they could be Premier League title winners as well. So it's an exciting project for any player that Arsenal are interested in, and will boost their chances of signing their top target. If Arsenal are playing Champions League football next season, they are going to have to bolster their squad, and Raphinha could be an astute signing." The £55 million forward has only started 15 league games this season and looks unlikely to match his goal tally from last season. Raphinha has shown at Leeds how effective he can be in the Premier League, and Arsenal may consider another move for the Brazilian. Edu is a huge fan of Raphinha and will be keeping a very close eye on his availability. Whether he would be happy sharing responsibilities on the right wing with Bukayo Saka or even being his understudy is another matter. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.